Picture this. A brand new movie that you're super excited about is coming out soon, and you want to pre-order your tickets. So you find your theater app, find the movie, and look at showtimes. But then you're taken aback. You see multiple different categories. Dolby Vision, RPX, Standard, ScreenX, and IMAX are presented as options. You're curious about what all these formats are, so you click one and see the price tag. $20 for a movie ticket? What am I paying for here? Today I'm going to be answering that question about IMAX specifically, and if you're curious about some of these other formats, I'll try to make videos covering them in the future. So what is IMAX? IMAX is a movie format that first and foremost is known for its aspect ratio. Aspect ratio is basically how much of your screen is being used. There's more to it, but that's the general idea. If you're watching a movie on your TV, you may notice black bars on the top and bottom of your screen. If you see those bars, that means your movie is in the 235:1 aspect ratio. Not all movies are like that. It depends on the camera used and the director's vision. Some directors like Christopher Nolan prefer using more screen real estate than what's available in the common 235:1 aspect ratio, and that's where IMAX comes into play. IMAX specific cameras are able to record a taller image, thus eliminating those black bars. This image is referred to as 16:9, basically the entirety of your TV screen. Most IMAX movies today fall into the 16:9 category. However, once in a while, a director wants to have an even bigger canvas than a 16:9 screen, and that's where 70mm IMAX cameras come into play. These special cameras record video onto actual 70mm film. That's right, actual film. These cameras aren't digital like most movie cameras today. 70mm IMAX film looks a bit funky when displayed on a regular TV. If you want to see what it looks like, watch Zack Snyder's Justice League. You'll notice black bars on the left and right side of the screen. It may seem like you're losing part of the picture when movies are displayed like this, but in reality you're actually seeing more than usual. Picture the 16:9 IMAX screen I mentioned earlier, and then add a bit more picture on the top and bottom. That's what you're getting with 70mm IMAX. It's not used very often at all though, but some directors like Christopher Nolan do use it for movies like The Dark Knight, or the upcoming Oppenheimer movie. Normally if a movie is made with these cameras, you'll see shot with IMAX film in the marketing. It's just a way bigger and better picture. Unfortunately, it's not so easy to see these 70mm IMAX movies. You have to go to very specific IMAX theaters with 70mm capable projectors. Chances are that the IMAX theater you saw on your movie app from earlier is not one of these 70mm theaters. It's most likely just a 16:9 IMAX theater. You may be thinking that's not a big deal, you'll just wait to see the movie when it's available at home, and unfortunately you'd be wrong. Even Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight, which was filmed on a 70mm IMAX camera, isn't viewable in the 70mm format anywhere besides one of those special theaters. If you buy the movie on Blu-ray, it'll play in 16:9 IMAX, which is still better than nothing, but it's a shame these 70mm versions are so inaccessible. And what's worse is if you stream The Dark Knight through HBO Max or Vudu or any other streaming service, you don't even get the 16:9 IMAX version. You get a version with the dreaded top and bottom black bars. This at-home problem isn't always an issue though. Some movies like Top Gun Maverick keep their 16:9 IMAX scenes on both the Blu-ray and streaming versions of the movie. So my best advice to you is to do your own research on specific movies that you're interested in. I should note that a very, very, very small amount of 70mm IMAX movies are actually available at home. Zack Snyder's Justice League, as I mentioned before, is available at home, as is Batman vs. Superman, the Ultimate Edition specifically. So while it may look funky on your TV, just remember you're still technically seeing more picture. I should note before wrapping this up that IMAX does also have its own independent sound mix. If you walk into an IMAX theater, it has its own special surround sound, which only adds to the immersion of the movie that you're watching, which is always a good thing. So yeah, in short, that price tag may seem steep compared to a standard movie format, but the important thing is you're getting more out of your movie. I don't do it myself for every movie. Generally, for comic book movies, I go to standard showings, but I definitely will be seeing Oppenheimer in IMAX when that comes out this summer. It's really up to you, and now that you have this knowledge, it's up to you to make the decision that's best for you.